Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Current Affairs Analysis brought to you by Shankar IAS Academy, 15th May 2025. Displayed here are the list of topics for the discussion. The first topic, Antarctica's hidden mountain. This topic is taken from the Hindu. The second topic, weather balloons. This topic is taken from Indian Express. The third topic, Pacific Field Crickets. This topic is taken from the Hindu. And the next topic, longevity and Healthspan. This topic is taken from Indian Express. And the fifth topic, Nipah virus. This topic is taken from the Hindu editorial. So without much delay, let's begin our discussion with the first article. So before that, we have an important announcement from Shankar IAS Academy. Shankar IAS Academy's All India Mock Test UPSC Prelims. The third test will be on 18th May 2025. Link for the registration is available on the website. Do register and take the test. Now we will begin our discussion with the first article. Data reveals birth of Antarctica's hidden mountain range 500 million years ago. The article is taken from the Hindu. Recently, a study published in the Earth and Planetary Science Letters revealed how the Gamburtsev mountain ranges, subglacial mountain ranges in Antarctica formed. So let us discuss more about this article. So first we'll begin with the basic facts about the Gamburtsev subglacial mountains. Subglacial mountains, the mountains which are located beneath the glacier. And who is Gamburtsev, any idea? Yes, Grigory Alexandrovich Gamburtsev. He was a Soviet seismologist, and this mountain ranges are named after him. And coming to the location, it is located in the eastern part of Antarctica, covered by the thick ice sheet. And it was discovered during a Soviet seismic expedition in 1958. And coming to the visibility, even the peaks of these mountains are also not visible. It is thickly covered by the ice, and it is similar to the Alps in the Europe. And coming to the age and origin, it is formed around 650 to 500 million years ago during the assembly of Gondwana continent. And the preservation of this mountain ranges, the thick ice protected this mountain from erosion. So here you can see the map, the location of the Gamburtsev mountain range, and here you can see the three-dimensional picture of the Gamburtsev mountain range. So it is thickly covered by the glacier, and here you can see the mountain range, and here you can see the mountains under the glacier. So coming to the formation of the Gamburtsev subglacial mountain, so to understand this we have to go back to the history. So we know that in the beginning there was only one continent, and that is a supercontinent, and it is covered by a superocean, right? Supercontinent called Pangaea, and superocean was Panthalassa. Later this supercontinent got split into two, that is Laurasia and Gondwana, and this Gondwana was a result of collision between various proto-continents. And here in this eastern part of this Antarctica, you can see a collision between the Australia and the Antarctica. That is considered as a cause behind the origin of the Gamburtsev subglacial mountains. And here you can see the picture of the present day world. So coming to the formation process, the first step is tectonic collision. That is a collision between two plates results into crustal thickening, and the crustal thickening will extend beneath, that is it will extend up to the mantle, which provide a deep root to this mountain ranges. And the next process is the gravitational spreading. What is meant by gravitational spreading? Gravitational spreading is a phenomena or a process where a geological body will extend laterally and reduce vertically. And this is due to the release of gravitational potential energy from the geological body. See, during the time of the formation, any geological body will be unstable. Even that is Himalaya or this Gamburtsev subglacial mountain. During the time of the formation, it will be unstable. Even today also the Himalayas are not stable, right? And therefore, this gravitational spreading will be accelerated when this geological body is not stable. And in this picture, you can see the process of gravitational spreading. See, the geological body is reducing vertically, at the same time it is extending laterally to the either side. This is due to the release of gravitational potential energy from the geological body. So what study we used to date this mountain ranges? We used zircon dating. Zircon, it is a silicate mineral mostly found in the coast, especially in the sand, that we used for dating the age of this mountain ranges. So coming to the significance of the study, it explains the tectonic evolution of the eastern Antarctica, reveals how the mountain ranges can be preserved. We know that this mountains formed during the time of Gondwana, right? And even today also it is preserved well by the glacier. And it also supports the theory of Gondwana assembly, right? There are a lot of theories related to the origin and development of the continents. In the beginning, Alfred Wegener, right, he proposed the continental drift, but later we found a certain fault in the theory and we rectified it in the later times, in the nearly 1960s. Later in 1968, Mackenzie, Morgan, they proposed the theory of plate tectonics, right? And what is the driving force behind the tectonic movement? Convectional current, right, in the mantle. So please understand. So this study will support the theory of Gondwana assembly. So coming to the Antarctica's role in Earth climate system. So we know that Antarctica, recently the scientific community raised the concern that this Antarctica is getting, it is greening, right? And coming to the importance of this Antarctica in regulating the global climate, first is climate regulator. That is the glaciers in Antarctica has high albedo. That means the ability to reflect the sunlight or the insolation. Therefore, it regulates the global temperature. And the next is the ice core. So studying this ice core in Antarctica will help us to understand the geological history of the world. And the next is sea level rise. We know that the glaciers in the Antarctica regulates the sea level. For example, if it is accelerated melting, then the sea level will rapidly increase. And the next is ocean circulation drives the thermohaline circulation. We know that the water coming from Antarctica, that is water coming from the polar region, will be thick. That means it will be dense. So therefore it will sink. It will go to the deep of the ocean. Therefore it will pull the warm water from the surrounding. Thus that will also plays a critical role, a crucial role in regulating the global climate. And the next is biodiversity. We know that there are a lot of endemic species in Antarctica, for example polar bear, and the next is the carbon sink. We know that Antarctica, the southern ocean, absorbs the carbon dioxide. And recently, a group of scientists in Australia, they studied the Antarctica circumpolar current. It is a circumpolar current. It is an oceanic current that is circulating the Antarctica, and it is the strongest and the largest current in this world. And that originated around 30 million years ago. And recently, they found that this ocean current is getting slow. And this is raising a lot of concerns that especially related to the climate change, because this ocean current played a critical role in carbon sequestration, regulating the melting of the glacier. But these days, this ocean current is getting slow. So therefore, the scientific community from Australia, they raised a concern. So coming to India in Antarctica. So we started the Indian Antarctic program in the year 1981 under the National Center for Polar and Oceanic Research, and it is located in Goa. And India is also a consultative member of the Antarctica Treaty since 1983. So here you can see the important research stations of India in Antarctica. The first station was Dakshina Gangotri. It was established in the year 1983 in the eastern part of Antarctica, and it is a first Indian base in Antarctica, and currently it is serving as a supply base. And then next we have the Maitri, and it was started in the year 1988 in the Skirmasher Osiris, and it is the purpose of this base is to study the climate and the geology. And the next is Bharati. It was started in the year 2012. That is located in Larsaman Hills, and it is focusing on atmospheric, biological, and earth science of Antarctica. So coming to the prelims practice question, the question is the Gondwana supercontinent included which of the following present-day landmasses? 1. Africa. 2. South America. 3. North America. For India. Option A 1, 2, 3, option B 1, 2, 4, option C 2, 3, 4, and option D 1, 2, 3, 4. So from this we can eliminate North America. North America was a part of Eurasia, right? So the correct answer is 1, 2, and 4. Yes, the correct answer is option B. Africa was a part of Gondwana, South America was a part of Gondwana, and India was a part of Gondwana, and also Madagascar and Australia and Antarctica. They were also part of Gondwana supercontinent. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. So with this, we will move to the next article. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration slashes its weather balloon launches. Why this is significant? The article is taken from Indian Express. Recently, due to the budget cut, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration in the United States has significantly reduced the weather balloon launches. So let us discuss more about this instrument, weather balloon, from the prelims point of view. So what are weather balloons? We can simply say that these are the instruments used for weather forecasting and climate research. And this instrument will collect the data from the upper atmosphere, including a measurement of the temperature, pressure, and humidity. So in this picture, you can see the instrument weather balloon. So it has a balloon filled with hydrogen or helium, and it has a parachute, and it has a radio sound. This is the instrument used for measuring or collecting the data from the atmosphere. So how this weather balloon instrument works? So the balloon is filled with the helium or hydrogen, like I mentioned. It is carrying the instrument, that is radio sound. This radio sound will measure and transmit the weather data in real time. That means on the way to the atmosphere itself, the instrument will collect and transmit the data to the ground station. And after reaching an altitude of 30 to 35 kilometers, the balloon will burst, but the instrument, that is the radio sound, will make a safe landing using the parachute. What is the current issue in the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration? First is the reduced budget. The budget cut resulted into reduced launches of weather balloons and other research. At the same time, many researchers and staff lost their job in the oceanic administration. And at the same time, the United States government, they are suggesting other measures like AI based technology for weather forecasting. But the thing is, the transition to this AI based technology itself is costly, and the AI based technology is yet to prove its reliability. And at the same time, this reduced launches of the weather balloon can also lead to crucial data loss, especially data related to extreme weather events such as storm and cyclone. And then the accuracy of this weather forecasting system itself is at the risk because of this reduced weather balloon launcher. So coming to the prelims practice question, the question is, what is the typical fate of a weather balloon after it reaches the high altitude? Option A, it lands intact and is reused, and option B, it is destroyed by the upper atmosphere wind. Option C, it bursts due to low pressure and the instrument returns to the earth with a parachute. Option D, it remains in orbit as a space debris. See, the correct answer we already discussed in the beginning, that is option C. The balloon, once it reaches the higher altitude, that is between 30 to 35 kilometer, when it reaches this altitude, the balloon will burst due to the low pressure, and the instrument will return safely with the help of this parachute attached to this balloon. So after that also we can collect data from the instrument, that is radio sound. So with this we will move to the next article. So the correct answer is option C. Scientists have found a cricket evolving rapidly to beat a new threat. The article is taken from the Hindu. Recently we found that the Pacific field crickets in Hawaii evolved rapidly to evade an invasive parasitic fly. So let us discuss more about this article. So what is the present issue faced by the crickets in Hawaiian Islands? See, the issue is the invasive species, that is Ormia ochracia. So this is a parasitic fly from the tropical America, and this parasitic fly reached the Hawaiian Islands around 30 years ago. And what is the issue? This parasitic fly will locate the male crickets using the mating calls or mating songs produced by the male crickets. And after that, this parasitic fly will put larvae on this male crickets, and they will kill this male cricket. So this is the issue faced by the crickets in the Hawaiian Islands. So what is the adaptation done by the crickets? First is a mutation led to the development of flat wing crickets. That means this crickets will they can rub the wings, but they will not produce any sound. So the silent males avoided the parasitic fly. And the next is they developed a new song with the low amplitude. Therefore, this attracted the female population, but at the same time this avoided the parasitic fly. So what is the result? This enabled the survival of the cricket population, especially the silent and softly singing males in the cricket population. And the next is this new adaptation ensured the reproduction and the continuation of the cricket species in the Hawaiian Islands. So coming to the prelims practice question, the question is, the term phenotypic plasticity refers to option A, mutation passed across generations, option B, rapid extinction of small population, option C, trait modification without genetic change, and option D, genetic engineering in the lab organisms. The correct answer is option C, trait modification without genetic change. This is what happened in the case of Hawaiian crickets. So the correct answer is option C. So with this we will move to the next article. Longevity beyond the eternal youth fantasy. The article is taken from Indian Express. We know that with the development in the recent times, especially in the field of health sector, the lifespan of the people got increased. For example, the recent report, that is the Human Development Report published by the UNDP, they are saying that the average lifespan of India is currently 72. And in the recent times, we also saw that the government in the last 30 years, they successfully brought the maternal mortality rate to 100. So we are witnessing these type of developments in the field of health sector. We are witnessing an increase in the lifespan of the people. But the real question is, what about the quality of life? So in this context, this article from the Indian Express is talking about the importance of bringing a balance between the lifespan and the quality of life. And for that, we need a new approach, that is health span. So let us discuss more about this article. So longevity and the health span. So the aging population challenges the healthcare system. We know that the aging population, they need more care, they need more medicine, they need more monitoring. Therefore, they will automatically bring a pressure on the healthcare system. Therefore, we need to shift the focus from just a lifespan to health span, which means the focus is to live healthier than not just longer. That means the focus should be on living healthier for a long time than just living for a long time. Coming to the definition and importance of the health span. Health span refers to the years lived by a person in good health without any chronic illness. And it is emphasizing on cognition, mobility and immunity of a person, and it preserves the autonomy and dignity of the old age population. We know that if a person is living for 82 years without proper health, then that person is a dependent person. Therefore, there is a chance that that person may become a burden to his family or to his neighborhood. But if a person has proper health until he dies, then he is productive. He can he can work for the well-being of the society, and he can also contribute to his family. Therefore, he can preserve the autonomy and dignity even in the old age. And here comes the problem with the lifespan only approach. Currently, the health system, they are focusing only on lifespan. So what is the first issue? Cosmetic fixes. That means instead of addressing the real problems, the lifespan only approaches addresses problems like wrinkles, fat loss, and it may provide additional years, but without proper health. Therefore, the population may become a dependent population, and they may eventually lose their self-worth and identity. Now we are going to see about this XPrize health span initiative. So it is the 101st million global initiative to regenerate key body system, and this program is focusing on the people between the age group of 50 and 80, focusing on the affordability, accessibility, and scalability of the initiatives, rather than just focusing on the exclusivity. That is the approach of the elite centric policies. So coming to the India's demographic shift. So according to the recent aging report 2023, it is saying that by 2050, 20.8% of the total population will be elderly population, and this elderly population is about to surpass the population of children under the age of 50. Therefore, this demographic shift has both socio-economic challenges. At the same time, it also has opportunities. So now the question is how we can shift, how we can change this demographic shift from a challenge to opportunity. First is the role of technology and innovation, that is focusing on early diagnostics and providing wearable tech to monitor the vitals like heartbeat, blood pressure, sugar. And the next is focusing on personalized and affordable geriatric care, giving more importance on biomedical research in aging and also focusing on the disease prevention. So this will keep the population healthier for a long time. And the next is policy integration and equity, that is including technology in schemes like a national program for healthcare of elders, and also in Ayushman Bharat, and also outreach in the rural and the low income communities. This is very important, because as per the present elite centric program policy, that the people who have they can access the benefits, but otherwise the majority of the population are left out. So this has to be changed, and for that we need a policy integration based on by avoiding the elite centric approaches. And the next is changing the societal mindset. We know that sometimes the elderly population may face discrimination, sometimes even from their family. So we have to change this mindset. That means we have to consider the elderly population as a source of knowledge and value, rather than just considering them as a burden or a dependent population. And for this, we can develop age-friendly communities in our neighborhood, or we can organize neighborhood programs for the elderly population to exhibit their challenges and their abilities. So we can do all these things, and we can make them more inclusive with the neighborhood. So through this, we can change the societal minds. So these are the initiatives that we can take to convert this demographic shift from a socio-economic challenge to opportunity. So coming to the mains practice question, the question is, with the global population aging rapidly, discuss the importance of shifting focus from life expectancy to health span. Evaluate the role of technological innovation in promoting dignified and equitable aging. So it's a 15 marks question, and you have to write around 250 words. Post the answer in the comment section. We will review and we will reply for your answer. Now it's time to move to the next article. Greater regularity on Nipah virus. The article is taken from The Hindu. Recently, on May 8, 2025, a 42-year-old woman in Malappuram district from Kerala got infected by the Nipah virus, and this is a third case in the district in the last 2 years, and this is expected to be a spillover, not an outbreak. So we'll discuss what is the spillover and outbreak. So we'll start with the basics about the Nipah virus. So the Nipah virus, the first outbreak of this Nipah virus happened in the year 1998 in the Sungai Nipah village of Malaysia, and that's why this Nipah virus got the name Nipah. And the major source are fruit bats. They try, they from them only, mostly from them only, the infection will spread to the other animals or the humans. And coming to the transmission, it can transmit both zoonotically. At the same time, human to human transmission is also possible. From infected bat, this can spread to human via infected fruit, or through the saliva of the animal. It can be transmitted to humans. And in the case of human to human transmission, mostly through the body fluid. And in that case, if the people are in close contact, in that case this virus can rapidly transmit from human to human. So what are the general symptoms associated with the Nipah virus? It includes fever, headache and dizziness. And in the severe cases, we have certain symptoms like encephalitis, respiratory distress. Encephalitis refers to the inflammation in the brain tissue. And the mortality rate of this virus is between 40 to 75%. And coming to the vaccine, so far we don't have a licensed vaccine. Current treatment is supportive care. That means treating the distress caused due to this Nipah virus. And what is the difference between the spillover and outbreak? So spillover means it is a single human case, which means it happens when the virus or the infection transmits directly from the source to the human being. So the source is direct contact with the infected bats or fruits. For example, this case in the Kerala is an example of the spillover. So in this case, this spillover cases are mostly less contagious. The symptom includes acute encephalitis syndrome. In the case of outbreak, it means multiple cases. That means the virus is spreading rapidly from one person to another person. And in this case, the major feature is the human to human transmission. For example, in the recent past, the Kerala in 2018, because of this outbreak of the Nipah virus, Kerala reported 17 deaths. And in the year 2023, Kerala reported 2 deaths. And in this case, the major symptom is acute respiratory distress syndrome. And here the virus load will be high in the human body, and at the same time they may face severe respiratory problems. So in this topic we discussed what is Nipah virus and what is the difference between the spillover, that is the current case in Kerala, and what is the difference and then we discussed what is the difference between the spillover and the outbreak. So the recent case in Kerala is an example of the spillover. So with this we will try a mains practice question. The question is: the recurrence of the Nipah virus cases in India, especially in Kerala, highlights the need for a robust zoonotic disease surveillance and preparedness. Discuss. So it's a 15 marks question. You have to write around 250 words, write the answer and post it in the comment section. We will review and we will reply for your answer. With this, we are coming to the conclusion for today's current affair analysis. If you like the video, hit the like button, give your feedbacks as comments and share this content with your friends. Before leaving this channel, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell icon to receive on-time update from Shankar IAS Academy. Thank you. Have a nice day.